Strange things that were normal in ancient Egypt. Part 2. Number 5. Rituals and the power of curses. In ancient Egypt, the power of curses and their role in everyday life was of great importance. Curse rituals, which often involved in the symbolic destruction of enemies, were a common practice aimed at driving away evil and protecting the living from harm. While the concept of curses may seem dark and ominous to people in the modern world, understanding the role of these rituals in ancient Egyptian society can shed light on the cultural and religious beliefs of that time. The rituals of incantations and curses were an integral part of ancient Egyptian magic used for various purposes. These rituals could be employed to protect individuals or communities from malevolent forces, to weaken or defeat enemies during war, or to enforce social order by punishing wrongdoers. The ceremonies were performed by priests, magicians, or even ordinary people, indicating that the belief in curses was widespread among all segments of society. The process of cursing involved the use of clay or wax statues or papyrus scrolls on which spells and chants were written. The names of enemies or malevolent forces were inscribed on these objects, often accompanied by spells or magical enchantments. The objects were then subjected to various destructive acts, including breaking, stabbing, burning, or burying them. These actions symbolize the destruction of enemies and the elimination of their harmful intentions. Texts related to curses and incantations provide us with significant insights into the political and social landscape of ancient Egypt. They revealed the concerns and fears of the people, as well as the alliances and conflicts that shaped the region. Number 6. The marriages of pharaohs to their siblings. Incestuous marriages, especially among the pharaohs and their siblings, were a significant aspect of ancient Egyptian society that may seem deeply unsettling to modern sensibilities. However, these marriages were an integral part of the social, political, and religious fabric of the time. To better understand why such relationships were considered acceptable and even necessary, it is crucial to examine the cultural and ideological reasons behind these practices. It was believed that the pharaohs, as rulers of ancient Egypt, were divine beings who descended directly from the gods. They were considered the earthly embodiment of divine power, and their role was to maintain the cosmic order of the world. Marrying their siblings, who were also believed to have a divine origin, was a means of preserving their blood purity and ensuring that their children would inherit their divine status. Sibling marriages among the pharaohs also served a political purpose, helping to solidify alliances, prevent power struggles, and maintain the continuity of the royal family. In this way, loyalty to the throne between siblings was strengthened, minimizing the risks of betrayal or rebellion. This practice helped maintain a stable, centralized power structure and ensured the continuity of the royal lineage, with the norms and cultural beliefs of ancient Egypt playing a significant role in justifying these incestuous marriages. Many Egyptian myths and religious texts depicted divine sibling pairs such as Isis and Osiris, who were central figures in the Egyptian pantheon. The pharaohs, by emulating these divine relationships, sought to strengthen their godlike status and legitimize their rule. Number 7. Cannibalism, myth or reality. The topic of cannibalism in ancient Egyptian society has been a subject of much debate and speculation among historians and archaeologists. While some reports indicate the presence of cannibalistic practices, this issue remains unclear. Were these incidents isolated events or part of a broader cultural tradition? Although the idea of cannibalism is undoubtedly disturbing and horrifying for modern society, examining the available evidence and the cultural context is essential for a better understanding of the realities of ancient Egyptian society. Several textual references from that period, such as the pyramid texts, contain passages that seem to allude to cannibalism. In particular, the cannibal hymn found in the tomb of Pharaoh Unos describes a king who consumes the body parts of the gods to absorb their divine powers. However, most scholars agree that these texts should be understood metaphorically rather than as literal depictions of cannibalistic acts. They are more likely to represent the pursuit of power and eternal life. Nevertheless, there is some limited archaeological evidence that may hint at instances of cannibalism in ancient Egypt. Several archaeological sites have revealed human remains with signs of butchery, which could suggest cannibalistic activities. However, the evidence is not conclusive, and determining whether these findings represent realistic events, the consequences of famine, or some other conditions remains a challenging task. Number 8. Dream interpretations and supernatural prophecies. Dream interpretations and belief in supernatural prophecies were prominent aspects of ancient Egyptian society, reflecting the deep spiritual beliefs of the people and their desire to understand the world around them. While modern views may consider these practices mythical or strange, they played a significant role in the daily life of ancient Egyptians. It was believed that dreams were a means of communication between the gods and humans, often providing valuable insights, predictions, and warnings about the future. As a result, dream interpretation became a vital skill sought after by individuals from all social classes, including priests, pharaohs, and ordinary people. Skilled interpreters analyzed dreams, symbols, and images, and based on those interpretations, they provided guidance and advice. Many ancient Egyptian texts, such as papyrus, contain records of dreams and their interpretations, offering valuable insights into the common beliefs and concerns of society. These texts address a wide range of issues that were believed to be reflected in dreams, including topics related to politics, relationships, health, and religious life. In general, the Egyptians held a strong belief in prophecies and supernatural omens. The movement of celestial bodies, unusual weather patterns, or strange animal behavior were often seen as indicators of divine will or impending events. These prophecies were carefully observed and interpreted by priests and other knowledgeable individuals who led decision-making in matters such as war, agriculture, and religious ceremonies. Number 9. Magic and sorcery. Magic was an inseparable aspect of ancient Egyptian society, influencing every facet of daily life from medicine and religion to personal relationships and politics. Belief in the power of magic and its ability to protect, heal, and bring about positive changes was widespread among the people. At the heart of this belief was the use of spells, which were thought to harness magical energy to influence both physical and spiritual realms. Spells were small objects, often intricately designed from various materials such as metal, clay, stone, or glass. They came in a wide range of shapes, frequently representing animals, gods, goddesses, or abstract symbols, each possessing specific protective or empowering qualities. For example, the Eye of Horus was believed to have protective and healing powers. The ancient Egyptians of all social classes wore or carried spells as a means of attracting good fortune, wealth, and repelling negative forces, or to address specific concerns such as wealth issues or protection during childbirth. Spells were often placed inside mummies or buried with the deceased to offer protection and guidance in the afterlife. The production of spells was a highly specialized industry, requiring extensive knowledge of artistic techniques, materials, and religious symbolism. The process of creating these spells was also accompanied by magic, with the maker continuously reciting prayers during the crafting to infuse them with the desired powers. Number 10. Funeral texts, a guide for the afterlife. The afterlife played a crucial role in the culture and religion of ancient Egypt. The funeral texts were an essential part of the preparations for the journey after death. These texts, often inscribed on the walls of tombs, papyrus scrolls, or other burial items, were designed to provide guidance and protection for the deceased. While the idea of detailed instructions for the afterlife might seem strange to modern readers, these texts offer valuable insights into the beliefs and concerns of ancient Egyptian society. Various types of funeral texts were used throughout the history of ancient Egypt, including pyramid texts, coffin texts, and the Book of the Dead. These texts contain a collection of spells and rituals designed to assist the deceased in overcoming the various obstacles they might encounter in the afterlife. The texts refer to challenges such as the perilous journey to the realm of the dead and being judged before the gods, where the deceased's heart would be weighted against the truth. These spells in the funeral texts were often used to address personal concerns or potential dangers. For example, the spells could ensure that the deceased would have access to food and water, protect them from malevolent spirits, or enable them to transform into various beings during their journey. The texts also provided guidance on the proper behavior and actions the deceased must undertake to earn the favor of the gods and secure a place in the eternal afterlife. Which of these do you think was true and acceptable? Please leave your comments.